is that some retailers have done well. Is that yet reflected in REITs?
Well, the retailers index is bottomed in August, and it's up 10 or 15% since August because the comp store numbers weren't as bad as people thought. Margins are improving, and there are many retailers, whether it's the Nordstrom's, the Gap, et cetera, Urban Outfitters, their e-commerce platforms are taking off or doing better. So it's been good for retailers because they've embraced e-commerce, and they've started to put up modestly better numbers since August. So the apparel index is up materially since then. In terms of the A malls, again, I would say that they're recruiting more of the e-commerce type retailers to their properties, but they're still impacted by what's going on in terms of a shakeout of department stores. For instance, Nordstrom's had earnings about a week or two ago, and that's clearly a department store that's in the A malls. Yeah. So they had comp store sales of down, say, 2% or so. Their e-commerce platform, or products they sell online, the sales trend there has been about plus 9%. So the e-commerce strength of, say, a Nordstrom's is much stronger than the bricks and mortar, which was 1.9% or so in the third quarter, negative 1.9%. So I think the A malls, though, have been showing decent numbers. In the third quarter, their comp store sales were up about 1 to 2.5%.
Steve, how reliant are these malls on just a handful of companies to really succeed? And how are those handful of companies getting on right now?
Okay. The A malls, and we define an A mall as a mall that does, say, $500, $600, $700, $800, $1,000 a square foot in sales. And it's typically a mall that's anchored by perhaps a Neiman Marcus, a Nordstrom's, but also a Macy's. And then whatever the hot restoration hardware could be in the mall, the A malls, that is, some restaurant concepts. And they're bringing a lot more restaurant concepts and non-apparel concepts to the A malls because that's where the demand is, as well as, let's say, a Tesla store, obviously the Apple stores, the Samsung stores, products of that nature, Bonobos, et cetera. Warby Parker is going to Class A malls. So they're doing it that way. It's going to be a process, though, because they have to weed out some of the weaker retailers that have been losing to e-commerce.